Alrighty, ho ho ho. Pokey pokey ho. Don't know why I said hokey pokey just then. Anyway. Anyway. Let us go with day 111. Oh my goodness. Something I haven't done in a very, very long time. Which I'll do after the ad is a bit of a roll call. And yeah, because we have some lovely guests, not actual people, but rather delicious food items. So very, very excited. And yeah, and my tummy is just started hurting, and I don't know why it started hurting, because I had a delicious, nutritious meal of mince with some chopped tomato and spinach, laid over a bed of bread loaf, because the boy decided to prep a giant bread loaf, cut it in half, and just cut the top layer off, leaving the two bottom layers for some reason. Anyway, so I just used it as a bed for my mince. It was quite delightful. It's quite lovely. So I had that for dinner, and now I've got just got my dessert ready, and my cup of tea, which is probably getting very cold. Oh god, that is the most perfect temperature. Oh lord. Oh, that's some good cup of tea. Alrighty, but anywho, we're day 111. I'm so excited. We are finally sub 2,000. My goodness. Goodness golly gracious. This is kind of insane. Ah, beans. Lovely. Right. I might as well just do a roll call now. I have a lovely toffee baked churro ice cream with some apple pie. Mmm, delicious. Oh, it's actually so delightful. Oh, dang. Nice try. Oh, she's really trying to, like, get all up in my grill. Lovely. I'm so excited. Apple pie and ice cream is really just one of life's simplest pleasures. Like it really, really is. Come on. There we go. So my goal today is 1,790 at the very least. Obviously any more than that would be fabulous, but that's my goal. We'll see how I go. See how I go. But this week I plan to get through a hell of a lot. So, A, because I need to catch up. B, the boy and his dad are away on a hunting trip, so I've got the whole house to myself for a few days. So, I might as well just stream. Got nothing else exciting to do other than that, so might as well. Which means, basically I'll be streaming tomorrow and Wednesday. Even if they do come back to like tomorrow or Wednesday, I'll still stream. And also, I suppose Thursday as well. Well, it's at this Saturday. going out for dinner. And so I won't be streaming this Saturday. Should be streaming this Sunday. And yeah, so yeah. Oh my god, and I'm absolutely bloody dying. I am dying to talk about this, not this game. A game that I actually kind of wish, in hindsight, that I did it on stream. Because I would have absolutely loved to experience it with you guys, but also at the same time, I'm actually kind of glad I didn't, because I wouldn't want anyone else spoiled who was planning on playing the game. So. Oh. Is there anything else exciting to talk about before I get into that? Because I'm going to go on for hours about that. Probably not. Maybe not. Oh damn. Oh damn, that apple pie's amazing. Sploosh, goodness me, first. Gorgeous, lovely. Alright. It's just the AI gone soft today or something. Actually, oh my god, there's actually two things I need to talk about. Oh my lord. Oh, the AI's woken up.
That was a total piece of cake.
I've had this off though. How long have I had this off for? Ah, beans. Anyway, I don't think I said anything that was drastic. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth information from the Tokyo Game Show. Basically, we've got Assassin's Creed Towers, so Ubisoft Towers, which is going to be interesting. Actually, no, it'll be fine. I actually don't mind Ubisoft Towers as much as people. Yeah, I actually don't mind them. Oh, yeah, I don't mind them, but I prefer not to have them. But that's just me. And what was I gonna say? Yes, there's that. There's Chocobo customization. The mini games are insane. Like a piano mini game where you actually like full on playing the piano and you play like different songs and everything. Amazing, beautiful. There's that. There's like Chocobo racing. There's just card games. Find Moogle. Like it's just. This game is just gonna be incredible. It's just genuinely gonna be an incredible experience. Not even kidding. And that's pretty much all I've got. The information I've got. I haven't actually seen much of the Tokyo Game Show stuff. I've only seen like a tiny bit. And I'm kind of I'm almost considering, like, beyond the trailers, not really watching too many. I'm not gonna watch much demos. In fact, I'm not gonna play the demo. I'm not gonna, because I was happy not playing the demo with FF16. Yeah, so I think I'll be fine with that. Okay, right. Anyway, they're done. I need to talk about this. I really do genuinely need to talk about something. So, a game that I played on stream a couple of times. Tunic. It's like the little fox dude, like the top-down fox dude thing. So I was playing it on Sunday, when the boy and his dad were out. And I was playing because I'm like, oh, you know, I'll just do a little, you know, do a little bit, tend to play it on stream. Later on. Basically what turned into what I was thought going to be a couple of hours turned into about like 6 hours. Streaming. I was not streaming, of playing. Because once I started, I kind of didn't stop until I'd finished the game. So I finished the game. It's 2 endings. I finished both endings. And for anyone watching who knows what that means, then you know what I'm about to talk about. Scythius. That is all good. Lurk away. I really, really hope the wedding prep goes well. As you know. I'm so excited about it. No, I genuinely do hope it goes well. I hope your day's good. I hope life's good. I hope you're rested. Thank you for popping in. Hi, bye. Love you. And also, if you're whatchamacallit, never mind, forgot what I was just about to say, but no, hope you're well. Yeah, so I finished this game. I kind of didn't put it down until I finished it. But I had to pull out the piece of paper. Had to pull out the whole like piece of paper to start like working stuff out and whatever, because oh my goodness, it got juicy. It got frickin' juicy. And in fact it got so juicy that there's a particular puzzle which you can see all my workings out in, and if you've played it you know exactly what I'm doing. And can I just definitively say, like, I'm one to hyperbolize normally, but in this instance I am not hyperbolizing at all. Can I just say that it is probably the greatest puzzle I personally have done. It may not be I don't know if it's the greatest puzzle ever in the history of video games, but for the games that I've played and the puzzles that I've done, it might genuinely be the best puzzle I've ever experienced in the video game. Not even kidding. I'm genuinely not even joking. Not because it's... Yeah. And what kind of makes it that for me is A, the fact that you've had the answers to the puzzle the entire time, first off. B, the sheer epiphany. There's 2 particular epiphanies that you have. One about an item that you supposedly need, which you have also had the entire time since the moment you started playing the game. You've had this item, didn't even know that you had it, and then when the epiphany hits it's like ungodly. And then the second one is solving this puzzle when you realize what you have to do and where you have to look to solve it is kind of just like one of those feelings that just it's definitely one of those games that you one of those games that you kind of want to scrub your brain on. Like, there's no way to, like, a replay would really just be just to get the other secrets that you've missed, but there's this one puzzle that genuinely, like, you can't experience, or like you can't experience with the same joy for the second time. It's it's unreal. It is genuinely unreal. In fact, I was kind of just basically all today at work, I was just putting on Tunic lore and Tunic hidden secret stuff in detail videos like the entire day. Because what started what I thought was just a cutesy little game, suddenly it turns very dark and you're like, oh, something sinister's be going on here. Oh, this is not, oh, okay. Then you finish the game and then you're like, oh, bad ending. Okay. Bad ending, that's fun. That's lovely. And then the game tells you, oh yeah, you need to collect all this stuff first. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do that. So then you get all of them except one. You get all of the things except one. And then the last thing is hidden behind a door that you have to open. And the key to unlocking the door is... oh man, it is something else. It is just... And then, so you defeat, you do that, you go back, beat the final boss again, finish the game, you finish it, you get the good ending, you're like, great, amazing. So, all happy days, all joy. And then, there's even more secrets and hidden stuff going on. And then, in true metagame realness, is not only do you finish the stuff, but the community comes to realize that it actually is a hidden message in the game which points to a website, and then the website ended up being the catalyst for the discovery that actually in Tunic, not only is there like the runic language that the instruction manual is made out of, or not made out of, but the rune language that it uses, but there's actually a whole other language in the music, or not necessarily like specifically the music, but there's like certain like jingles or little things that you hear, and they're actually translatable into words when you put them in through a spectrograph or something. Yeah, spectrogram. And it's just incredible. It's just made, okay, right. And because I'm sorry, okay, I'm gonna put massive, huge, biggest, most giant, mega, giant, huge, major, biggest spoilers ever on this. If you are playing Tunic and you don't, like, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're up to that bit, or if you're doing that, you'll know what I'm talking about. So you'll be fine. But if you haven't played Tunic and you're wanting to play Tunic, or you're, a little bit of the way through, mute the stream. Because I'm just gonna reveal something. I'll be super quick, just in case anyone comes in who is coming in doesn't get this whole giant, the biggest spoiler warning ever. Oh my goodness. So, two revelations in this game. One is, well, first off, the gimmick of the game is you're collecting pages of a instruction manual, and so again, it's all like, most of the text is written in this like random rune language that you can't read, and I don't think you're particularly you don't actually need to translate it to finish the game. But basically, you know, it's like the instruction manual, so it's got like the screenshots of how of the game screen and little bars pointing to where your HP are, and then it's got like maps of dungeons and stuff, so you can actually kind of like get the maps of the dungeons and see where all the things are. You've got little like clues and hints, and you can, you know, you pick up a page and it actually says if you hold down the A button, you can pray to do stuff which you had no idea that you could do until the book told you that you could. I mean, you could do all the stuff from scratch, but you just never knew it. So it's all about finding the information. So then, you know, you're going through the pages and you hear mention of this item called the Holy Cross, you know, and that the secrets of the Golden Path can only be unlocked with the Holy Cross. And you're like, okay. And then one of the bosses is trying to seek the secrets of the Holy Cross, and I'm like, okay, is this like a relic I've got to pick up or something? So then you're just like, okay, well, I'm gonna eventually come across this Holy Cross item, I'm sure, and it's gonna do stuff. So you play the game, there's some like really creepy levels as well, creepy moments, and you're going through them, well, no Holy Cross, okay. So then you do stuff, you beat the final boss, and then, oh, bad ending. And then, so for me, I've got 4 more pages of the instruction manual to go. Go and find those and basically, you know, retry and go and find those pages. And I'm like, okay. Alright. Let's go do that then. Let's rip. No, it's not rip, sorry. So then you go do that, okay, right, I've got 3 pages, I'm missing the front cover. So then I'm picking up, so then basically the pages that you get sort of late game show that there's all these doors that I walked past, I didn't even know how to open them. These doors that you walk past and it shows you how to open them, and basically when you stand in front of the door, look at the pattern on the door, there's all these lines, and use the directional pad keys to like start. There's like you start in the circle and you sort of, if it goes like down and up, so you'd go down, right and up on the directional pad, and you'd open the door and you get more pages and stuff. You're like, oh, lovely, amazing, beautiful. So you do that and then you're wandering around and I'm like, huh, there's a what? I'm just blanking, I'm trying to figure out who the player is. Oh, there's like one of those little squiggly line things on the ground. I'll just follow that, like one side of it, and boom. And now a chest appears and there's like a fairy inside and it zooms off and you're like, okay. And then you notice that on one of these pages it says something about collectibles, and basically every time you get it, you catch a fairy, it fills in a little, you know, ticks it off on this list on one of the pages. I'm like, oh, okay, I've got to go and get some fairies. So I've got to find them somewhere, and it shows you the locations of them, but it doesn't actually show where they are. And then you realise, so then you find this little waterfall area where the fairies end up gathering when you save them. And basically I don't think it's there or it's somewhere. Oh no, in the manual, it gives you like a hint to, if you do this little sequence on your D-pad, it like sends these little sparkles out, and if there's a fairy in the vicinity that you can capture, or you can do a puzzle to get, they'll sort of float over to that spot. You're like, okay, sweet, this is like a little seeking spell, I think they call it. So you're like, lovely, it's amazing. So then when you get all 10 fairies, oh no, there's 20 fairies, but if you get 10 of them and you go back to where they conglomerate, then a little glow happens and then you get another page in the book. Yeah, so you get another menu page. And so then you're like, okay, I've got one more to get. And then so you're flicking through, and then the last, like, one of the last few pages, like page 49 specifically, no, 49 and 50 specifically, it shows that there's like it shows you a little fox guy, and there's like a door in these mountains that you would have gone past and you wouldn't have been able to open. And then next to it, it's got like a little like grid, like a yellow square with like a little 5x5 grid, and then there are like numbers, so it's like 34 and then 2 and 11, and you're just like, oh, what the hell's this? And then basically in little bits in the manual and some other pages, there's like mentions of basically like to unlock the way, you've got to find the golden path. And you're just like, okay, well clearly I've got to solve whatever this grid thing is to open the door. And you're just like, what the hell's this golden path? And you know, the holy cross opens the way to the golden path. And you stand there and you're like, stop. You're just like, what numbers are there in the thing? So there was a clue that I didn't actually pick up on, and it kind of would show you. There's a hidden page, and it kind of points to, like, it's got like a number, and then it points down to like another, like the same number but like in a corn bit. I'm like, oh. So I managed to work out what the whole grid thing was before I knew about that. But same thing, basically it's saying anytime you see a number in the manual, it's probably meaning a page number in the manual. So you're like, oh, okay, right, lovely. So then you're like, okay, let's go to all the pages then. Okay, so I'll go to like page 34. And then you're sort of looking at it, you're like, okay, this is like the item, like shows you like what items you can buy from something. And you're like, okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing with this page? And then the moment of sheer joy, elation, just utter awe that I personally experienced, but I'm sure many others have, when you realise what the golden path is and that you have had it the entire time. And so you're looking at the page and see if I'll actually find a
Nice. Sublimate.
Oh, the boy's just messaged. He's managed to get internet reception.
Battle begins.
I'm gonna ask him, I was gonna, how do you get internet? Anyway. So you're going through, and then, so, oh, what's a good page, like page 11 or something, which is kind of like the, yeah, actually this is a good example. So there'll be like, you know, the page which is showing you like, you know, got the game screens like points, and points, this is your HP bar, and this is your items and stuff. And then you look at it and you're like, oh, one of those lines pointing to the HP bar, it's like curved and it's also yellow, whereas all the other lines are blue. And then you're just like, oh, what? And then so you realise that all the numbers in the grid, in that grid, are page numbers in the manual, and on all of those pages is a yellow or golden path somewhere on the page. And by plotting those paths out on the grid, replacing the thing with what that path looks like, will create a single unbroken path that you then, similar to the doors you opened, go on the directional pads and plot in that whole thing, and then the door opens. And it's like 200 inputs you have to do eventually, so it's not a short sequence by any means. But I was like, oh no you did, oh no you didn't. So then I sat there for like the next hour, actually a bit less than that, the next hour, going through all the pages and plotting out exactly, finding the path and plotting out what the path is. And some of them are just brilliant, like absolutely bloody brilliant. It's not just like as simple as, oh, some of the arrows on the page will be yellow. It's like there's like a backing image on the page, and there's like little boxes of text on top of it. But the way that some of the boxes are placed, the image behind it, it's like the yellow part of the image, and like this border between the two boxes, there's like the yellow in between there, and that's the path. some of it's like, oh, some of it's just ingenious, like genuinely ingenious. And then there was one that stumped me though, and it was page 1, I think page 9, and it was the page about like the saving and loading of files. And I'm looking and I'm like, I can't see anything. Like there's genuinely nothing on here. Like I scanned every bloody pixel of that thing, and nothing. And I'm like, what the hell is this? So then excuse me. So I'm like, okay, well, I can see on the box, I can see in the screenshots of the saving loader, like the little loading screen when you hover over stuff, it's got like a yellow border. Maybe it's something on there. So I exited out of the game, and I went to the title screen, I went to the load game bit, and I'm looking at the box, I'm like, nah, it's all just like a completely unbroken square, like it can't be. So I'm like, oh, must not be on this. So then I loaded it up again, and I'm like, oh. And I'm looking at the page again, I'm like, no, I just, no, there must be something I'm missing back on the thing. So then exit out again, go to the load file, and then suddenly there's another save file there. And it's like, I've got 90 million coins and all of my stats are maxed out and everything. I'm like, what? So then you load it up, and suddenly you're playing as like a different coloured fox, and you're in this top-down room with a gold, like a yellow path, like going on thing. So you follow that path, and you reach the end, and it loops back to the start. And then so basically, like the way that path is laid out is that page's golden path. So then you just exit out of that, and you reload your game, and then boom. And so then you go in, go to the door in the mountain, input that whole like 200 input sequence, which was challenging in and of itself. And that's it, the door opens, and then you get the final page of the manual, which is the cover. And I wish, honestly, genuinely wish I could go back to yesterday morning before I'd done that and do it all over again. That it was. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's just so good. It's one of those things where it's one of those puzzles and just one of those mechanics where it's not quite metagame. It's not quite like. It's not like you're having to do something in the real world or anything. You're not having to go to, I don't know, go to your fridge and look at something and there's like the clue in there. But it's like just metagame enough to just be incredibly creative and clever. Like just so incredibly clever. And then it was at this moment I had the epiphany of what the Holy Cross was. The Holy Cross that you use to open the doors. And I looked down at the controller and I'm like, oh dear God, the directional pad is the bloody Holy Cross, because it's in a cross formation. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's just so incredible. Oh, that is just amazing on every level. Like, genuinely, every level. But then the fun don't even stop there. So basically, people have managed to, on one of the last pages, you basically get the cipher to working out what the, to working out the language, which I could have never have done by myself. It's just incredible. It's not a one symbol equals one English character. It uses phonemes, which are like sounds like faux, like F-O, but pronounced faux, is a phoneme. So it's made up of a consonant and a vowel sound. So all the runes are a phoneme. Never would have worked that out. Anyway, so there's that. So people have worked that out, and they've translated the whole manual. So they've worked out all those secrets. So then comes the, so this is, I haven't done this personally, but I've read about it, read up all about it. So there's these little treasures that that you get, or rather one of the final pages in the book actually hints to it. It's like, for additional support and something, do this, and it's all in the runic language. And someone translated it and it says basically you find 12, or you find the 12 treasures. There's a hidden trophy room that people go to, or that people have found. And when you've done 6 of them, when you've gotten 6 treasures, in the middle of this room will be this like portal that opens up. So you go in and suddenly you're in this like weird tower thing, and every time you press a directional button, these like glyphs all appear on the sides. And so okay, so you obviously, here we go. There's another sequence here. Sorry, I'm just focusing. Oh, I'm so gonna lose this fight. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with losing that. I bloody hate Conqueror, so no, I'm happy with that. I'll take the L. Anyway, so this like tower appears or whatever. So then someone, just trying to think what it was. Basically what ends up happening is that you input a sequence. You input a sequence onto this. And then something plays. Something happens. Just trying to think what the sequence is. Long story short, it takes you to this website called a sound plays. And if you put that sound through a spectrogram, it actually shows the runes. Like the spectrogram, the music is designed that when put through a spectrogram, it shows the runes. So you translate the runes, and it works out to, do you fear the eyes of the far shore.co. So you pop that in your Google box. And there's a website, and it's this weird, like, creepy alien thing. And it's like all this weird, creepy music plays. No, I've got it the other way. I've got it the wrong way around. Or do I? Yeah. No, I lie. It doesn't. The music in the thing also translates to "Do you fear the eyes of the far shore" or something. And basically that then becomes a Rosetta Stone for realizing that all of the there's other tunes in the game which also translate to stuff. So like whenever you activate these bells in the game, they play a tune, they play a sound which when translated through the same mechanism says ding dong. Whenever you free a fairy, they say one of like 7 random things, but they can all be translated to, hey, thanks for freeing me, hey, what up, little dude, you know, all this sort of stuff. And it's just like, just mental. It's absolutely mental. And so there's like not only the runic language, there's an audio language in the game as well. And it's just like, the secrets just go on and on and on. And like, even if you didn't know any of that, the game is still incredibly enjoyable. And even just the golden path in and of itself is just ugh, some next level crap. And it's just like it's just like I was genuinely just like lost for words, to be honest. Just this little game is just one of the greats of, you know, this Metroidvania type thing like the Outer Wilds is. There we go. Anyway, basically, long story short, if you haven't played Tunic and you're on the fence about it, by God, go play it. And if you have played Tunic, then I hope you agree with me on how just utterly, absolute, freaking amazing, brilliant it is. Oh my lord. Anyway, end of spoilers. That is the end of me spoilers. So part of me was wanting. Part of me was like, oh crap, I should have played that on stream. That would have been great. But then I'm thinking no, because if anyone who would have been watching that was either still currently playing it or was thinking about playing it, then that's actually something that I don't think anyone should be spoiled on. That's like one of those things that like you never want to be spoiled on. That's something where the true joy is discovering that by yourself. Like working that out by yourself. But then, so then I've got a theory, and I haven't actually properly looked at it, if it's like an actual, if it's worth anything. But it's about the whole far shore and like Eyes of the Far Shore. Is because you kind of get the sense that there's these bits in the game, and this isn't spoiler territory, by the way. It's all complete conjecture. It's got really nothing to do with the story in a way that's gonna spoil people. Like you don't really get spoiled on the story as such. You just get spoiled on the puzzle solution. So I think it'll be alright. So anyway. So, here's this thing on the whole Far Shore. There's, you know, a lot of the heavy symbolism is around the, like the, I was gonna say yellow, blue, red and green, pieces, hexagonal pieces. And yeah, so like a lot of the symbolism is around that. And then you've got these like, what you assume are like alien things, or whatever. And there's like lots of like robots that are sort of built after that, their shapes, and it's got them as sort of like its eyes almost. And then there's like a library that you go to, and there's all these blackboards around. It's almost like someone's building the game world in a sense almost. And on one of the blackboards is like a memory cartridge, what looks like. And which ended up being translated to someone's written on the board like existence ? And then with the game cartridge you're like, oh, this isn't like a game or something. Interesting. So then I was thinking, okay, the other clues that might point to this theory that I've got is what? Whenever you're looking at the game manual, if you sort of like there's ways that you can sort of move the pages around, and it's almost like a CRT screen behind it looking at the game. which I think is, or showing the game screen at that point in time. So I'm like, oh, is that just like a little like nod to, you know, reminiscent of when you were little and you were like reading through the instruction manual in front of the TV screen? Is it just trying to be reminiscent of one of those? I'm like, okay. So we've got a CRT now as a little subject in our little web. So then what? So then I was curious. And it's like, you know, if we kind of think about this meta idea of, you know, we've got instruction manuals for the game world, for the character. Like, imagine if someone gave you an instruction manual for like Earth as it is, and you're just like, wow, we in like a game. So it's kind of like, oh, is it like, you know, the game characters don't realize they're in a game sort of thing, or maybe have there been people who rebelled against the game, or something like that. So then I'm thinking, hang on a tickety boo. Keep going with that sort of thread. We kind of keep going with that thread. Is it actually a case where we as the player are referenced in a way that the citizens of the game don't, like, obviously they don't quite understand everything, and so they are seeing us or seeing the effect that we have of interacting with them? And I'm thinking, hang on, they're calling a directional pad the Holy Cross. If we take that a bit further, and they literally mean the directional pad on a game controller, okay, how are we seeing this? How are they seeing that? I'm like, hang on, now they're getting a view into our world, our reality, and I'm like, oh, hang on a second. The eyes of the far shore? Are they talking about our eyes? No, because whenever they've got the far shore stuff, it's always to do with like the three, like the yellow or the red, blue, and green stuff, and I'm like, hang on a second. Let me Google CRT pixels in Google Images, and lo and behold, on a PC CRT screen, the like way that the pixel something are arranged is with red, blue, and green dots arranged in like not necessarily like fully grid, but kind of like interlattice circles. Don't really know how to describe it other than that. But if you sort of take out a segment of that, there's your red, blue, and green circles, little token things, arranged in the exact same way and in the exact same position as the whole red, blue, and green symbols that you're seeing in the game, and specifically on these alien things. So when they're talking about the eyes of the far shore, are they talking about the pixels on a CRT monitor? Which is the device that their game world is being played on. And the Holy Cross is the directional pad on the gamepad, on the joypad that's being used to play it. Is this whole entire like meta commentary on games? It's mental. It's just like, again, wholly unconfirmed. It's literally just my theory. I actually need that. I wouldn't be surprised if other people have that same theory, just because it seems too uncanny to be wholly wrong. Yeah, it's just mental. It's just So basically this game is just gonna be my new obsession for the next like long while. Until another game comes around, or there's one that I discover that has, you know, that sort of stuff as well. Like it was the Outer Wilds first, and it's now Tunic. I need to know if there are other games like it. Games that you can't replay and get the like quite the same experience. Ones where the main draw and the main pull of it is when you are discovering the, you know, discovering the mystery and the solution to stuff, using the information that you've had with you the entire time. Lovely. Right. Kiba. Alright, I've sort of lost all my good, sort of lost all my time saved up. Those rubbish earlier fights. Anyway, so that was me. You know, what I thought was just going to be a couple of hours in tuning just to get to another level, or another, you know, another later dungeon, turned into 6 hours, and finishing the entire game and discovering one of the greatest puzzles in video games. Not even kidding. So that was great. That was lovely. That was my yesterday. And then the boy is able to message me. The boy is able to message, because he's managed to get 2 bars of, or a bar of reception where they've camped. And I've just picked the wrong character, as I always seem to do. What else did I do at the weekend? Oh, really? Did my first, I was gonna say my first lady thing. I did, so I, for my entire life, have never been one for, oh my god, let's go clothes shopping, oh my goodness, let's go and buy pretty dresses and makeup and, you know, all these girly girl stuff. No, not been about that noise. Not because, I suppose I could say I've never sort of liked it, I guess. But just never quite found the appeal, I guess. Well, I just never have. I've never been comfortable, and I've never really been comfortable wearing dresses ever. So I've never gone like, you know, online shopping. I'm like, oh my god, that dress is 50% off. Oh, let's go buy it. Oh my goodness. Never ever been like that until today. So about a month ago, just over a month ago, because we had a birthday that we had to go to for the boys' family, and it was like, you know, you've got to dress up nicely. So in a fit of rage one day, I don't know why, in a fit of rage I went dress shopping. Because I'm like, oh, you know, I need to feel more feminine, you know, going to therapy, get in touch with myself, myself and I, you know, I've got to like start like you know, doing things that I've either been too scared to do or never felt comfortable doing for, you know, self-esteem issues. You know, gotta do it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling fruity, I'm feeling fresh. I want to go buy a dress. I need to wear a dress. I need to start wearing dresses. Like, I don't need to, but, you know, I gotta feel pretty. So, anyway, went to this place, bought a couple of dresses. I looked bad, if I do say so myself. Especially one that I'm like, god damn, I actually suit this so well. And I think it's probably a symptom of I'd always either gotten very, very cheap dresses when I had to get some, or I just never gotten ones that had flattered myself at all, like the wrong ones for my body type, or body shape, should I say. And they just always look horrendous, and that's why I've never really wanted to wear dresses. But I finally found the style. And I'm like, ooh, this is lovely. This is fab. I'm actually feeling myself. Oh my goodness. So I was looking, I just, you know, bored at lunchtime today. When I look on the website of the people who, from the store that I bought my dresses from last time, and they had another dress on sale that was the same type, or yeah, style as the one I'd bought. Same style. I'm like, ooh. And it's 50% off. In fact, it was actually more than 50% off. It was like 55% off. And I'm like, damn. It must be a clearance sale. I'ma go buy it. Oh my goodness. So I went and bought it just right then and there, getting it delivered. Hopefully it comes to work tomorrow or the next day. So I'm just like, afterwards I'm just like, oh my god. I went to a clothes shop online. I found a dress on sale and bought it. What? Oh my goodness, what? That's nothing I've ever done before. So now I can finally say I've done it. And I can officially join, even though I've been part of the lady club for 27 years. I feel I've finally done like a proper lady thing. Right. Kiba and Boo. Oh, I've gotta start building up some. Whatchamacallit? Not goodwill. I'll start building up some buffer in terms of my alarm taking on fights. Lovely. Beans. Yeah, so anyway, so I bought a dress. That should hopefully be coming soon. And then my work colleague's like, oh my god, we need to find a reason for you to wear it at work. I'm like, okay, that's maybe taking a bit too far. I'll buy the dress, never say anything about wearing it in a public place. Although I have actually worn the dresses in a public place. Yeah, so that was fun. Oh, there was another thing I've done. Oh my goodness. So on Saturday morning, so my friend had asked me to help out because they were missing, or they need an extra person for a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament that he was organising for the local university. So he'd asked me to help. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problems, all good. So when they're on the Saturday, there's a lot more people than I was. Was there a lot more people than I was expecting? Yeah, a lot more people than I was expecting. Excuse me. But it was, so first I was awkward because I'm like, I know literally one person here. No one knows who I am. They're probably like, who the hell is this person? Not realizing that I'm helping out. So like, I'm like, who this? And they're like, who this? So, you know, at least the feeling was mutual. But anyway, so then the sort of tournament starts, and it was a blast. I'd never actually seen Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu before, and just looked very much like wrestling. So I just saw a lot of backsides of shorts, and yeah, but it was actually great fun, and yeah, that's about it. And then for my efforts, for my thank you for helping out was a cup of tea from the local petrol station, which I mean, I wasn't actually expecting anything, wasn't actually needing anything or wanting anything. In return, anyway, I'm just happy to help out a friend. But yeah, but it's I'm just like, oh, this is amazing. And I need to tell him next time. If you need me to do scoring and marking, I can do both. You don't need two people to do the scoring and the marking. But then I was talking to the boy about it, he's like, oh, they're probably doing it to stop favoritism. And I'm like, I don't know how you can flood scores when literally everyone in the entire room can see the scoreboard and the timer.
Exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, so that's what I ended up doing on the on Saturday. And then I went to go down, get some McDonald's and some flashy hair stuff on the drive back. Some really fancy shampoos, or fancy conditioners actually, and some repair bomb stuff. I know there's lots and lots of fancy conditioners and things. There's so many it's hard to even know which ones to grab. My mum's very much of the belief like you shouldn't need, you know, you don't need all these fancy conditioners and lotions and stuff, like you should be fine. Turns out when you got curly hair, yeah, you kind of need all the conditioners and lotions and stuff, or else your hair is just going to be screwed. I'm like, well, no wonder I've had super frizzy hair for my entire life, because I haven't been exactly, it's because I haven't actually been treating it the way curly hair needs to be treated. Doing far more damage than good. So I've had a massive learning curve in that sense, but at least I now know how to look after my hair, so that's the main thing.
Battle begins. Right here. All right. Right here. All right.
Lovely. Fabulous. Oh my goodness, I need to run an ad. Oh my lordy. Okay, after this fight with Toby, I'll run an ad. That one and Sakage. Come on, there we go. Come on, Sasuke. There we go. Easy peasy. Alrighty, I'm just gonna run a super quick ad and I will BRB. Run that. Where are we? Rin and Naruto. I swear some of these fights are already done, but must not have.
Battle begins.
How's that?
And fabulous. Oh, and then after the Minato fight, I'll update the list. Because after these two, I will be at 1,852. Goodness.
Battle begins.
Right.
Decided.
Skadoosh. Alrighty. Okay, updating the list then to 1,852. Look at that. Gorgeous. And I just need to bring my list up. Right. A and oh shit.
Battle begins.
Okay. Be-
Decided.
and Hoshi. Now, in terms of like the fights that I've got remaining, I wonder if so. Technically, with Naruto 6 parts, I've only got 5 fights left to do with him. And I'm really, really curious as to whether or not I'm actually going to do it. Sorry, I don't know I'm actually going to do it. Like, whether he really will be the first character I'll fully complete. Alright, over to Masked and Young Shikamaru. Yeah, because it could be even though he's by far done the most fights with it, doesn't actually mean that the random generator actually picks those within the next 850 fights. I know the way that sound happened in my headphones. I swear to God, someone was like actually like saying something next to me, but no. Alrighty.
Battle begins.
So if I scroll down the list, should I say, I've got a couple. I've got a Tamari. I've got a. So far I'm scrolling down. It's not too many. There's actually no. There's like literally no puppet users. I've got 2 Tamaris though. Other than that, they're all close range, non-technical fighters, should I say. When I say non-technical fighters, I mean like it's not a who's a technical fighter? What do I mean by it? What do I mean by that? A non-puppet, non-range technical fighter. I don't even know what I mean by that. What do I mean by that? Toby? Potentially Toby, maybe? Kaguya. Kaguya's a very technical fighter. Only because she's bloody awful to control. Orochimaru one? No. It's Pain one. No. Shisui one? No. It's Mifune. No. Oh my goodness. Can't pick someone to bloody save my life. There we are. I don't even know what I mean by technical fighter. Kisame? Kakuzu. Hidan? No. Tamara, you're right there. I'm pretty sure that. I wonder what glitch that is. Well, no, it's not really a glitch, it's just I wonder what the AI is doing. Okay, Orochimaru and Pain. Orochimaru and Pain, lovely. It's with Tunic completed. So I was planning on like, I'm trying to like, because I've got now 17 games on my backlog, kind of the goal that I'm trying to do is I've got 17 games left. I've got like 38 on my wish list, should I say? So I need to start clearing my backlog. And so I was thinking, okay, well per month I'll aim to finish at least 3 games on my backlog. Ideally on my backlog. It could just be games non-stop, but ideally on my backlog. Or my wish list if I decide to get one of my wish list games early. There's like a puzzle game that's been out on PC for ages, and I'll buy it just because I'm feeling like it. But anyway, so like this month I finished Tunic and Diablo 4. Was that the 2 that I bought? Tunic and something. Talos Principle? No, finished that before. Tunic and... what did I finish? Something. I'm gonna say Diablo 4. No, it's not Diablo. Oh, it's something anyway. No. Maybe it's Trails. Let's see. Not sure. Anyway, long story short. So I've got to play my next game, this Max 3. So I'm thinking for the month of October, I'm thinking I'm going to finish, if I haven't already, by then, and which I'm looking at the date, I think might probably be the case. If I haven't already, then I'll finish Trails Sky second chapter. I'm going to finish Final Fantasy 6. Because that's one that I'm in the second half of the game, I just never really get around to it. And I was tossing it between Tales of Symphonia or Baldur's Gate 2. Because I really need to finish that game to play, so I can play Baldur's Gate 3. Even though I've heard that apparently there isn't much crossover, well, there's not really much in Baldur's Gate 3 inherently that you definitely want to play 2 for, but undoubtedly if they're going to call it Baldur's Gate 3, has to be a reason why they call it Baldur's Gate 3, so I need to finish the second one. I'm not going to have a character appear in the third that I don't know because I didn't finish the second one. Oh, this is a hell of a lot of damage. Just lovely. And done. Okay, am I making good progress? Yes.
Battle begins.
Lovely. Fabulous. Okay, Shino and second Tsuchikage. Oh, and then when's the next? When's the next FF15, not 15, 14 patch coming out? Soon. Soon. So I'll play that. I will play that on stream. Definitely want to do the third Mists of the Realm one on stream. Ow. These actually do a hell of a lot of damage. Actually. I wonder if it's just because he fires them so slowly, so they've beefed up the damage on them. Potentially. Right, Suchi. And he's just like Shino. Okay, after these two, it's going to be down to 1,840. Of course, my hand starts cramping up. There we go. Yeah, Karin and Kisame. I've done anything else exciting? I don't feel like I have. No, I feel like I have, should I say. But I couldn't think to God what that could possibly be. Work just doesn't seem to be slowing down. Just fun. Yeah, where does we see to slow down? I had my meeting with my boss, or a fortnightly check-in with my boss, and it's basically from now to the end of the year. It's just all hands on deck, non-stop, and I'm just like, fun times. Fun times.
Battle begins.
yeah, so I'm hoping like because I don't want to what's the word? Because even with it all hands to the pump, like I want to still be able to have my life outside of it. So I'm gonna have to be like super tactful about how I plan my days out. Go. So that's what I should. No, wrong one. Hashirama. Yeah, I need to like take because me being me. Little miss stress. I'm just a ball of stress and anxiety, really. It is very easy for me to feel overwhelmed. I'm not necessarily overwhelmed, probably the wrong word. Feeling like there's on 1,000 a day. And it's like, because I kind of work out that it's not necessarily the stress that I've got so much on. It's the stress that I've got so much on, which means that the chances of me having something fall through the cracks and and disappointing people, whether it's my team or my clients. I think it's that fear which is the thing. Like it's interesting when as I'm sort of going on my journey of not necessarily self-discovery is a bit probably a bit hippie for it, but like the whole, you know, re-establishing the self is, I found it one of my biggest motivator. Oh no, not my biggest motivator because it doesn't actually motivate me to do anything. I don't actually have a motivator beyond novelty and interest at the time, which sounds very ADHD-ish, but I don't feel like I have ADHD, which is strange. Like it's kind of like it would answer so many questions, but also at the same time I know that I don't have it because it's not like severe enough sort of thing. Anyway, tangent. One of my biggest factors in my thought process is fear. Fear of not being liked, fear of getting things wrong, fear of being embarrassed, fear of letting people down, fear of just everything. Every possible kind of fear you can think of is what goes through my little frizz brain. All the time. And so, like with but rather than fear motivating me to get stuff done, it paralyzes. It brings in procrastination and disinterest. Well, not necessarily disinterest, probably the wrong word, but yeah, paralyzes more than it motivates. Yeah, it's interesting. Like I always think like, you know, everyone wants to be a psychologist. You know, everyone wants to be able to, you know, have a conversation with someone and be like, oh, I've completely Sherlock Holmes did it out. Like I know exactly, like I know your whole life story just from this conversation. You know, everyone wants to be that person. But it's like I don't know. It's like I'm genuinely fascinated with just not necessarily like how the brain works in terms of synapse A goes to synapse B and blah blah blah, even though that's obviously how everything actually happens. It's just a bunch of neurons and chemicals. But like, it's just like how it all, just how everything affects us all, like personality and disposition wise, and it's just fascinating to me. You know, like, if I ever got paid to do personality tests, I'll be a bloody billionaire. Like, not even kidding me. I'm not even joking. Frickin' love it. I'd love to know, like, I'd love to find more about myself. But then at the same time, I know so little. Like, you know, I could write something poetic about it. You know. All these personality tests, and I still don't know who I am. But no, I just, yeah. Like, I always love just like sort of, I love knowing the whys behind the way people behave and why they think certain things. It's fascinating. Oh, and there's another thing, because I get like a weekly email from you know, weekly newsletter email, but it's like little things to think about for the week. But this one was interesting. It was all like, you know, an independent thinker, I think is Aristotle or someone, one of the ancient philosophy peeps. Anyway, so an independent thinker is someone who you wouldn't be able to guess their opinion on something based on their previous opinions on other things. So like, for me, so an independent thinker would be, what do you think about, you know, hey Frizzy, what do you think about free ice cream for everyone? Now you would think, based on my love of ice cream, absolute love of ice cream, my obsession, one could say, for ice cream, you may think, oh my god, well, obviously she's going to be for, you know, free ice cream for everyone. But as an independent thinker, I'll be like, well, actually no. You know, actually no. I don't think it's a good idea that, I don't think it's a good idea that to have free ice cream for everyone. Who's paying for the ice cream? Is the government subsidising the ice cream? Well, then that money could better be spent, you know, in the healthcare system or the education system or something like, you know, your opinions of something, or you know, the way that you think and form opinions on things is almost like completely independent of your thoughts and opinions of other things. You take each thing holistically and without bias. And apparently that's kind of like one of the ideals or something. Well, not necessarily like an ideal, but to be called an independent thinker. You know, to independently think, you think like that. So basically, like the whole newsletter was sort of like, you know, challenge for the week is to, you know, try and think about things in new ways, or you know, challenge your beliefs on things. Do you believe that because, you know, do you hold that belief automatically because of your opinion on something else, or are you forming your opinions on those things holistically? So for instance, like I can think, you know, what can I think? I can think, even though it's not true, this is purely as an example, I could say Tunic's a very meh game, but on the flip side I can, and then at the same time I can say, but the Mountain Door puzzle is the greatest puzzle ever conceived in a video game thing, which it's pretty close to. So like that's the sort of thing-ish. Michael Rich, welcome. What up? Nothing much. Talking about philosophy stuff. nothing else really. How are you doing? Hope everything is fine. Oh, and I can't say to what extent. Like, I can't say to what extent, but, so earlier, earlier when in this huge, like, 20-minute rave, about that game I was playing. I've played a couple of times on stream, Tunic. Because I played it on Sunday. Yesterday! I played it yesterday. Oh my god, it was only yesterday. I played it yesterday, anticipating to just do like a couple of hours. It ended up being like 6 hours, and I may have finished the game. And I may have come across one of the single greatest puzzles ever. But not only that, I think I may have come across something not as involved or far-reaching as the Trials Evolution Easter eggy stuff, the treasure hunty sort of thing. Not quite as involved as that, but details and hidden things in that game that go far beyond others. Yeah. Long story short, I can't remember if it was you. I think it was Chickadifu was saying that she was keen to play it, and by golly, she should. But I can't remember if you were saying that you were keen to play it as well. But my good god, golly gee, I cannot recommend it enough. Like, genuinely can't recommend it enough. It is something else. It is wild. And I'm in love. And that's all I'll say. Because it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle unlike anything.
It's a shame, but I'll watch you nut.
Blam.
Lava style dissolving juice. If I get here I go. If I get
Balls. Oh, please. Oh my god. I can hear all these sounds and like creakings and things. I'm like, there should be anyone in this house other than me. Oh my god, now I'm getting creeped out. Creeping out myself. Doing good, I do admit. Just something you feel terrible about. Oh no. I hope it wasn't anything bad. Was it in D&D?
I may not look it.
I swear. I think I'm just scaring myself. Next minute I go out and like everything's stolen.
Battle begins.
It's the only moment with a friend request. Oh my god. Was it Lisa? Was it Lisa and her son? Lisa and her son. Or Lisa's son. Oh my god. Or was it, no, it wouldn't be your girlfriend. Switching. So I forgot to do this one. Could do, I get a text from my... Oh no! Oh no!
Disappear. Over here. All right. Disappear.
In your defense though, you could just say I didn't realize it was him and I just thought it was some random.
Mission atomic dismantling jutsu.
Wasn't a problem. Cinema friend request back. Look at his trophies. Oh no.
Disappear. Over here.
Hey, what would have been in his trophies? Wait, was he like playing like a co-op or something?
Perfect. I have no.
He had Mortal Kombat. Oh my god. Okay, there are still, you can still mend it. You can still add him and get Mortal Kombat 1 and play it with him. And not all hope is lost. But can I just say that that is probably one of the cutest things I've ever heard. That is absolutely freaking adorable. And I mean it in the manliest way. You know, I mean in the manliest way. That is... Bruh. Bruh. So carry up, just wait to see when he accepts it, gets on it seriously. Never heard that phrase used, but I'm gonna use it from now on, that's great. Serial flowers. Well, fingers crossed he does. Fingers crossed he does. Oh my god. That is freaking adorable. That is just bloody adorable. That's like, that's when you know, like, you ever like, oh my god, does her family accept me? Like, yes. Her family does accept you. That's amazing. Oh my god. Oh my god, Kaguya, can you just stop being a mutt? Kaguya, can I please stop losing the time that I've had saved up playing as better characters than you? Oh my god. Oh my lordy gracious. Please tell me I've got no more Kaguyas, which I don't, great. Have I seen no, but I've heard about it. Isn't it like the dad's the spy, and then the mum's the assassin or something, and then the kid's psychic? And then the dad and the mum don't realize that the other person is like undercover or something. Something like that. But then obviously the kid's psychic, so she knows, but she's only like 4 or something. And then the dad and the mum have been like, they sort of have to pretend to be the kid's mum or dad or something. Not quite sure. Something like that anyway. I know that's as much of the plot as I know. But no, so I haven't seen it, but I know of it. Yeah, something like the dad's been tasked to be he's gotta do something, and as part of his cover he's gotta pretend to be a dad to this kid, because the kid is like witness protection or something for this kid. And then the mum is an assassin who's technically working counter to what the guy would be doing, but she's also been given stuff, and her cover is to go and be a wife to this dude or something. Yeah, something like that anyway. I do know that it's getting, I saw something about it recently. It was like in a game, and I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like a Sims type thing, but with Spy X Family, or there was something else. Yeah. Is it now? I suppose actually, no, I guess you having seen it, now I can sort of ask you the question, because I don't even know what genre it is. I can't work out if it's comedy, drama, romance, saucy romance, action, thriller. Like, what's the actual genre? Oh, it is a comedy? Okay.
Battle begins.
Sorry, have to do that whenever you get really, really long death screams. Anyway, Eva and Yangsaka. So yeah, so you'd rate it. Would you rate it 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5? Or 5 out of 5? What am I doing out of 5? Should be saying out of 10. Lovely. Right, lovely. The biggest problem with it is that the plot is a bit stagnant. Okay. So it's kind of like they've got the conceit of it, they've got the thing, but it's almost like a... it's almost like it doesn't... Would you say it's almost like it doesn't have enough plot to make up for the amount of episodes or whatever it's got? But like imagine like the Kakashi trying to see what's under his mask episode, but split it into 5 episodes. But it's still just the same thing, you're just dragging each sort of sequence out. Shimaru and Dame.
Battle begins.
Yeah, she ended up bringing. I was about to say, I'm like, oh, episode 8 out of 285. We're almost there. Oh, okay, so it's only 25. Oh, that's not too long then. Kisame and Orochimaru. I feel like I've just missed a whole bunch of fights. I don't think I have. No, I haven't.
Battle begins.
Beauty. Why the Naruto fillers that happened after this? There's nothing true. Oh, that's right. No, you were saying that with them remaking the anime, they've cut out all the filler. Hmm.
Battle begins.
I'll settle it with this. Sloppy. What is that? Doesn't that What is that? You
Wait. I'm actually kind of excited to rewatch the Naruto anime now, actually. I actually, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the boy to watch the tuning exams. True. Yeah, keeping them in Shippuden, that's actually a good point. Yeah, I can see where you kind of lose everyone in Shippuden a bit. Even I remember after I think it was like episode 40, I feel like it was like episode 42 or something, is when they go, maybe it might even been sooner than that, when they meet Sasuke again for the first time. I just remember after that, like if I sort of recollect Shippuden, it's watch it, bell exercise again, slight blur, Sai, Yamato going to get Sasuke, Tenchi Bridge, all that sort of stuff, going to Sasuke, and then blur until the Kakuzu and Hidan, or the Shikamaru Asuma stuff, all that stuff, remember that? And then it's blur, and then it's Jiraiya, or the Tale of Jiraiya the Gallant. Do that, Hidden Leaf Village, Pain, Saga done, blur, Ninja War. That's like, that's what I recollect of Shippuden. Yeah, it's like a hell of a lot of blurs, whereas for the Naruto, I can sort of recollect most of them. Most of it. Quite easily. Forgot about that. I mean, the Hidan one, I can hardly, the only thing I at all remember from the Kakuzu fight is, no, sorry, not Kakuzu, Hidan, is when Shikamaru traps him in the thingy and lights it on fire. That's it. The Kakuzu one I remember, just because I remember Ino and Kakashi jumping and running along trees. Yeah. And then Naruto comes in with the Deus Ex Machina. Yeah, whereas OG Naruto, oh, I remember that so much. But yeah, I'm actually thinking I might actually get the boy to watch the tuning exams and see if he might watch it on the big TV and sort of get him to at least be around, and whether he watches it or not, or he just sits on his phone, not particularly bothered, but see if he likes it. Because if there's anything that he'll like, it'll be that. Just because it's just action on action. With some interest and the character moments, because there's character moments in everything. You know, every fight takes 10 episodes to do because there's so much character stuff going on. But sometimes the character stuff can be meh. Whereas the character stuff that happens in the tuning exams is all interesting stuff. Like all interesting stuff. I mean, he watches some shite sometimes, so I mean, if he can watch the stuff that he watches, he'll like Naruto. Especially Forest of Death. He'll love Forest of Death. Oh yeah, go on. Sploosh. We're Sasuke went back to the Land of Waves, saw the Great Naruto Bridge. Oh! That's right. Did they? Was that when? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that when they went back to the Land of Waves to grab Zabuza's sword? Or had Suiketsu already gotten it by that point? Can't remember. Can't remember.
Battle begins.
Alright, Sasuke Eternal, Mangekyo Sharingan, and Tsuchikage again. Okay.
Battle begins.
So after this one, I've got technically 18 fights left to do for my goal. Whether I get to that goal or not, we'll see. Oh, sorry, not whether I get to that goal. How far beyond that goal we go. See. Oh, I found, okay, fact of the day, few facts of the day, and I need to go and live in America also as well, I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna go live in the States for a simple reason. So I was looking up, so I started this great jigsaw puzzle I'm going through at the moment. It's a fabulous jigsaw puzzle, it's got a lovely painterly art style, vibrant colours, very easy because of the vibrant colours. I say very easy. It's still going to take me a while, but I'm enjoying it. It's a fun one to do. You can get fun puzzles to do. So then I'm looking up some little you know, I'm going on my little Google rabbit hole of, you know, advanced, because I don't just want beginner jigsaw puzzle tricks. I need advanced master level jigsaw puzzle tricks to like help with, you know, doing it faster or, you know, doing it easier. So I'm looking, and then I find this, you know, it was like, oh, you know, pro or some dude anyway gives us puzzle tips, and it was like an Australian mini news documentary of this guy, and he called himself a dissectologist. A dissectologist? What? So Google it. A dissectologist is the name for an enthusiast and lover of jigsaw puzzles. They've actually got a bloody name. It's not just a jigsaw puzzle lover, it's a dissectologist. And I'm like, I'm a dissectologist then. Boom, let's go. Add that to my CV. They'll think I'm like, you know, I dissect frogs or something, and I'm like, no, I just love jigsaw puzzles. I could never put that on my CV though, because I'll get asked that in an interview, like, what's this? And I'm like, I love jigsaw puzzles. And they're like, why is that a skill? It's like, it means I can sit there for hours on end doing menial labor and not get bored of it. Strength, I think I might add. But anyway, dissectologist, that's the name of a jigsaw puzzle enthusiast. Second one, it was all like, dissectologist salary. And I'm like, salary? What do you mean a salary? Dissectologist salary. They had it for all of the US states. And if I was in Iowa? Massachusetts? One of the friendly states, and I say like when I say friendly states, I mean like ones that don't really appear on the news very much. It's not California, it's not Florida, it's not New York, it's not Washington. It's like one of the ones you don't really hear about often, and they just seem very like they're always the states that are on like HGTV. People buying their like lakeside batches and stuff. Anyway, $45,000 salary. And I'm like, where are you getting paid to do jigsaw puzzles? How? Like, I can understand going to like the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championships and you winning the prize from there. Like, sure. But a salary for solving jigsaw puzzles? I'm in the wrong bloody job. My god. I'll be like, I'll go to the boy, I'll be like, I'm sorry, can you please earn like $200,000, please? You can like pay for all of our stuff, and I'll just go and fill in the gaps with my jigsaw puzzle money. Amazing. Like, amazing. Serious. I'm in love. And my arm is so itchy at the moment. Sorry. I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna basically practice my little socks off, become a dissectologist officially. officially. So there's that. Oh, and I found it so cute. One of the videos I was watching was he's a librarian at some state university or somewhere. Couldn't tell you which one. Not a famous one because I've never heard of it before. I thought I'd say Colorado, Nevada, Vermont. One of those sort of ones. I'm gonna say Colorado. No, I'm gonna say New Hampshire, actually. Anyway, long story short, he was a librarian. And he was doing like 5 little tips and he was doing it from home because it was during lockdown. So he's doing, I'm a librarian at there, but as you can see, I'm at my home because we're all in lockdown and blah blah blah. And then so he's doing this. I was like, oh, so so for today's demonstration, we'll use this puzzle that I ordered. I've ordered from Japan and it arrived a couple of days ago, and I'm excited to do it. And this is like. I want to say mid to late 40 something, very, like, if you picture a librarian, like what you'd imagine a typical librarian to look, he was it down to a T. He was bespectacled. He had like the whole like collared button shirt with the little cardigan over the top sort of thing. Very weedy, very just bookish. That's the term, I think. And the puzzle was oh, what's the name of that movie, anime movie? Your Name? Our Name? Your Name? The one that came out a few years ago. The movie. He had bought one of those, and it was like the boy and the girl like standing together with like a little sunset over the ocean in the background, and she's like crying or something. I don't know, something like that anyway. And I'm just like, unexpected, but okay, let's go. It was just like I was expecting like a, I don't know, Milo de Venus or, some Michelangelo, some classical art, or Cabin on the Lakeside, your typical stuff, but no, he'd ordered an anime one. And I'm like, this is amazing, my good sir. Give me more of your tips. I'm ready. They were just very generic tips. I'm like, I'm disappointed. I already knew all this. I'm sorry. I can't give you a like on your video. Actually, no, I did actually give him a like because I just thought it was amazing. The fact that you've got an anime jigsaw puzzle. Beautiful. Anyway. So that was my foray into librarians giving jigsaw puzzle tutorials. Alright, after this fight, I'm gonna run an ad after this one. We'll keep going to my goal. I'll probably end up doing like probably 10 more than the goal, maybe. I'll see how I go. Okay, gonna run a super quick ad. BRB for those it applies to, and for those who it doesn't. Thank you for sticking around. We are down to 1,802. Oh my goodness, amazing. Alright, we are down to Naruto and Kimimaro. So the goal is 1,790. It might be 1,780. I'll see how I feel. Yeah, but in fact, if there are any jigsaw puzzle enthusiasts or those who would like to get into some jigsaw puzzles and you're just like, puzzles just seem too hard. What do I do? Like, what are some ways that I can get better at jigsaw puzzles? Well, I'm gonna turn this into my little 5 puzzle tips video from someone who is self-taught. He's a self-taught dissectologist. I'm gonna start using that more and more. Anyway, from a self-taught dissectologist to an up-and-coming dissectologist like yourselves, my 5 tips. Number 1. Before you even open the box, in fact, no, you can even do it after you open the box. Basically what you want to do is you want to get your little puzzle box and you want to look at that picture. Like, you really look at it. You got to look at it, examine it, feel as if you yourself are part of that scene. You know, basically what you want to be doing. And this is where this is what like almost kind of like separates the easy puzzles from the hard puzzles. Is you want to look at the picture and you basically want to kind of like, you're almost like planning the pieces that you're going to grab from the picture. So let's say it's a lovely, let's imagine, what are we going to imagine? Let's imagine it's that background just there. You got the big giant purple orb and you got the, you know, it's that scene. So you're like, okay, what would you do? First of all, you'd be like, right, where are all like their similar colors? So that big giant like purple orb is a color, and there's not really anything else in that that has that same color. So this one, for instance, let's take this lovely backdrop. So you've got the blue sky, you've got the clouds, you've got the big rocky mountain thingies, you've got the arena. So you're like, okay, well, there's little patches of green, and I know what the patch, so if I see a jigsaw puzzle piece with green on it, I know that it's only going to be in one of these spots with green on it, so they're fairly simple to work out. Then you want to get all the blues together, and you're like, okay, so when I get all the pieces with blue, I know that they're going to be all in the sky. And then you can, from there, if there's smaller details that you can then sort of focus in on as a secondary, that's all the clouds or whatever, then there's that. So, let's see if I can find a really good example. 1 second. Oh, hang on. Play this one-handed while I look through my Final Fantasy VII poster collection to find what would be a good puzzle, a nice easy puzzle to get, while I try and do this fight in between. So I can tell you what's going to be a ginormously difficult puzzle. Horrendously difficult puzzle. Oh my god. I keep forgetting who I am playing as. Splash. This, you know, the Final Fantasy VII picture would be an absolute bloody nightmare to do. You'd be able to work out the pieces that relate to Cloud, because him like, okay, well he's the only one like yellow on there. So he would be an easy, oh my god, I did the bloody wrong fight again, sorry. I'm losing my marbles now. This is what you get when you distract yourself. I bet you I've already done this fight as well. Dryer and Han. Bet you I've already done it. Oh, for bean's sake. Sorry. Excuse my language. Right, let's try that one again. Straya and Yankeeper. Anyway, so you got, yeah, so basically this, you've got, you know, the Shinra building, so you'll be able to work out the Shinra building, fabulous. But then literally every frickin' thing else is just this big black haze. Trying to work out those, which pieces go where on that one. You know, you just got different shades of black. So that would be an absolute nightmare to do. So we wouldn't do that one as a puzzle if we got given that one. Similarly, we would not get this lovely Sephiroth one either. Beyond the fiery bits and the, you know, beyond knowing which one's the top half and which one's the bottom half, beyond that, you know, the puzzle, like all the pieces would look practically identical, so then trying to figure out which one goes where, nightmare. Basically what I'm trying to say is, if you've got like giant huge blocks of the same colour, like great, but it's going to be a nightmare when they're like huge blocks of the same colour, because you're going to reach a point where all the pieces look like you've got 20 pieces, no, more than that, 100 pieces that look identical, and try to work out which one belongs where. You'd literally be going by the shape of them. Similarly, this Advent Children one, you got all of the sky here. That would be an absolute nightmare to do as well. In fact, this is quickly becoming a Final Fantasy VII key art does not make good jigsaw puzzle artwork. This one, semi-okay, but again, all of these would be a nightmare to do, puzzling wise, so we wouldn't do that one. Right, is there any Final Fantasy VII key art that would make a great jigsaw puzzle? Let's have a look. No, not that one. Not that one. They're just all various shades of blue and black. There we go. Right, this one, semi-passable, semi, but that's only because there's not too much, like there's blocks of color, but they're not too giant, and even the white bits have a different colored tinge to them, so you kind of technically be able to sort of tell which sort of quadrant it belongs to. So that one's a sort of semi-passable one. We'll give it that one. So that's a maybe. It's a maybe. What else have we got? Is there any that are good? There are literally any that are good. No, that one is Tifa. Horrendous. Oh my god, trying to like, it's like 90% of it's just night sky. Nope, I think the theory that Final Fantasy VII key art is horrific for jigsaw puzzles, I think the theory's holding true. The more I'm going this. I found one that would be fun, I think. Oh no, even then I don't think it'd be fun. Oh. Lovely. Any that are good? No, there's not a single bloody one. There, official. Official, you heard it here, folks. Final Fantasy VII key art don't do a jigsaw puzzle. Absolute nightmare. I need to try and find a picture. It's like, what's a decent picture? Can't seem to find one. Fabulous. Okay. Right, 6 more fights. So we've got Ina and Danzo. Anyway, so tip 1. Yeah, get your big blocks of colour, and then you'll be able to sort of take, okay, well, all the white ones will be the mountains, and anything that's blue is this little pond down here, and especially when you've got lots and lots and lots of different colours in the same one, it's very, very easy to work out which one's which. Like, in the one I'm doing at the moment, the only white is from a mountain. The only purple is the sky behind the mountain. The only blue is a little sort of like little house side pond. The only red is either a tent by the lake, if it's like a smooth red, or if it's like bricked, like a red brick on red tiled roof. The only yellow is the house that the roof goes on. The only dark blue is a truck by the thing. So there's all these big patches of colour. So when I go through the pieces, boom, I can instantly tell which part of the puzzle's on. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2. Tip number 2 is sort your pieces. If you've got a particular block, well, first of all, no, do all your side pieces first. Sort all your pieces out, sort out your different side pieces, do your side pieces so you've got the frame of the puzzle to go on. Then pick a block. So if you sort of like, okay, well, from this picture I've got 5 blocks of colour that I'm gonna do. Pick a block, and then sort of like sift through your pieces, and work out, okay, I've now just take out all the pieces from that block, and then just put that block together. Put it on the frame, or, you know, within the bit. If you can connect it to any side pieces, even better. But then do that, and then move on to the next block, and then just move on to the next block, rinse and repeat, and they'll sort of, yeah, and then you kind of do it that way. If you're in a giant block and it's all the same colour, very little variation, every piece just looks identical to each other, then you got to start going by shape. And at that point, organise all your pieces out and separate them all out by shape. Because then what will happen is, when you're looking at the gaps on your, you know, you've got a big block and you've got all the gaps that you're trying to fill in, you'll be able to work out from the pieces that are there what sort of shape or how many holes or how many notches the piece that you need is going to need to have. So, you know, you'll be able to work out, okay, so the next piece I'm going to need, the only shape that's going to fit is one where it's like, it's sort of got like the notch at the top, 2 notches at the side, and then the hole at the bottom. So then you just look at your pieces from that pile, and then one of them's going to fit, and even if it just has to be a trial and error of just putting each one in until it fits, then so be it. But that's like by far the easiest way to do that one. So that's tip number, I guess it's tip number 3. Now, tip number 4, or rather other people's tips, include one like if you're completely stuck, turn the puzzle upside down, because then it forces you to look at it actually for what it is rather than at the image. It lets you treat the picture like a picture that you're trying to fill in, not like you're not looking at the objects in the picture as such. And then it's easier to apparently it's easier to, you know, be able to help unstick yourself, but I've never particularly done that myself. But if you're super stuck, that might be potentially an option as well. Just, and then number 5. What's number 5? I don't really have a number 5. I don't think. That's kind of all I really do.
How about this? Get lost.
Come on. There we go. But I don't particularly want to finish a fight on a Kankuro, or don't want to finish a day on a Kankuro fight if I can help it. Don't want to end on a downer. So we'll do one more set of fights after this one, which will take us to 1788. Lovely. Fabulous. Gorgeous. Okay, actually, screw it. I'm gonna do 10 more fights. Methinks. I've decided I'm feeling fruity. I'm gonna do 10 more fights. Yeah. To get us down to 1780. Gorgeous. Right. Da-da-da. Yeah, that's fine. We'll either go fast. I'm just gonna do. I'm just gonna spam ultimates.
Get lost. This is my specialty.
Wait.
Get lost. This is my specialty.
Gorgeous. Fabulous. Okay. Right, Shino and Kankuro. And the strange thing is, I've always thought that Tenten and Kankuro were always like characters that I would have been almost finished because I felt like I've done heaps and heaps and heaps of fights as them. But I've actually hardly done, well I say hardly, I've actually done far less fights with them than I thought. Which, A, makes me sad. Does it make me sad? Makes me sad because I so desperately want to be done with them. Like, desperately. Come on.
This is how it ends.
Right. Kankuro. And this one's just gonna be an absolute ultimate spam. Okay. Come on. There we go. Lovely.
You're only a bit player in my puppet show.
Okay, so I've got a Kabuto, I've got an A, I've got a Naruto, I've got a Tamari, a Sasuke, and a Han left. Shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad. Right. This next fight should be a lot faster.
Battle begins.
ridiculous. Goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. That actually went so much faster than I thought. Lovely jubbly. Alright, hey. And... Naruto. Oh! Wait, you're streaming right now? What? I haven't got the notification. Oh my goodness. Hope the stream's going well. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I'll have to pop in afterwards. I'm almost done my one, so I'll see you in a bit, I guess. Oh my god, what are you streaming? Hang on. I can just bloody look it up. I should probably do that. Okay, why don't I just open my Discord? Oh, you're doing Tales of Rise! Oh my goodness! Oh, that looks like the final dungeon. I'll be there shortly. Okay. Right, now I do a sin and Tamari. Alright. Okay, 3 fights left to go on this fine evening. There and there. Oh, the other thing too, yesterday, because it was daylight savings yesterday morning, I remember waking up and I was like, oh my god, it feels lighter outside, what is this? Than it should be. And then the boy came in, so he must have got it. Wait, no, he didn't. Not must have. He did get up earlier. I'm like, what time is it? He's like 9:30. I'm like, 9:30? The bloody hell? He's like, it is daylight savings. I'm like, ah, that'll be it then. I didn't have a 10-hour sleep. I had a normal 9 hours sleep. But yeah, no, every time daylight savings comes, it just completely throws me off. And in fact, it throws everyone off. And the other thing too is that because it's lighter in the evenings, yeah, because it's now lighter in the evenings, I walk out of work at 5:30 and I'm like, oh, it's almost like it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon still. And it's just, yeah, it's just so disorienting. But that's alright, we'll get used to it eventually. And I do want to start a petition to stop daylight savings, because I found out that, because different countries do daylight savings, and I think they all do it differently, and I think their reasons for doing it all differ as well. But I found out in New Zealand, some chump wanted to be in the summer when everyone's outside. He wanted to be able to play cricket with his mates for longer in the evenings after work in summer, because then it's the best time to do it. So he's like, can we just put our clocks forward so we technically get an extra hour of sunlight, so after work it's still light enough to play cricket with my mates? I don't know the true validity of it, but I do think, I'm pretty sure that's at least in New Zealand, that's actually the reason why we have daylight savings, is because some bugger wanted to play cricket with his mates. And I'm like, as some bugger who doesn't play cricket with their mates, I vote just to ban daylight, not ban daylight savings, but yeah, no, stop daylight savings. That's my vote anyway. Because it just throws off my schedule. Yesterday felt like the shortest weekend, or shortest Sunday ever, It's probably because my body's like, oh, it's still 3:30 in the afternoon, and it's like, look at time's like 6 o'clock. Like, bloody hell. AI has just gone really aggressive all of a sudden.
Right there.
And then bam, righty ho 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 ho. That is us. All this fine evening. My goodness. Okay, where did we get to? We got to 1,780. Look at that. Beautiful. Alrighty, I'll call it a day there. I will likely, very, very likely, be back on tomorrow for day 112. Wednesday I might even be back on again, but maybe not Naruto. Maybe something else. And then Thursday should be normal with day 113. But no, we're gonna speed through this stuff. We've got just over a month to finish this off, but no. But until then, I'll catch you around. Stay well, stay rested, stay hydrated, stay pretty fresh, love you to bits, drink lots of cups of tea, play lots of video games, eat lots of ice cream. I will see you around. Bye!